Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Any Given Sunday. I'm Shonda.
I'm Brandon.
And we are a mother and son duo, and this is our podcast that we do on most Sundays.
Yeah.
We're not going to promise for every Sunday.
Yeah.
Because we want to set expectations.
So whose fault is it?
I mean, it's the audio's fault. We had so many audio problems. We couldn't do it. We couldn't do bad audio for episode number 2.
Yeah, audio.
So we've been spending...
I'm playing. I'm sorry. I'm starting.
Okay. Yeah, you started off bad.
I'm sorry.
Because we spent a whole week trying to fix the audio and then schedule time that both work. It only works on Sunday. Any other day, we're not going to get it done. So Any Given Sunday, this is my son, and he's leading the discussion today. So Brandon, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, I just felt like I need to take over my hosting duties. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we're gonna restructure this podcast a little bit. We're gonna have segments. You know what I mean? We're gonna have more of a schedule that we attend to. So we're gonna have.
I just want you to know this is the first I'm hearing of the segments that are going to discuss.
That is not true because I told her and I shared her the itinerary, but she doesn't listen.
Okay,
but we're not even gonna get into that. We're not even gonna get into that.
You sent it to me 2 weeks ago as a PDF, and then you updated a Google Doc that I don't have.
Okay, but see, here's my thing. She wants to read all of the questions. Why do you want to read the question? You're supposed to be surprised with the audience. You're supposed to be like, oh, okay, that's a good question. Let me think. But no, you want to. Well, I already know the answer. No, give them authentic. They want authentic.
Go ahead, try to say.
They want that, but we go step into the first segment, which we are gonna lead off with our faith segment. So I have a very important faith question for you. So basically, it's gonna be talking about a decision that you made with my brothers and I. So can you talk to us about how you and my father came to the decision to allow my brothers and I to grow up inside of the church? So, if you don't know what that means, we were there Sunday and Wednesday nights as well. And then sometimes whenever we had choir practice, we were there. We were there as well, which could have been Thursday or Saturday. Different times. We were there multiple times throughout the week. So, I just wanted to know how you came up with the decision to be was this a spontaneous decision or was this my kids are going to grow up in the church? And how does that, and why didn't you just mean Sunday? Why it had to be Saturday? All right, my fault. But yeah, expand on that.
Okay. Yes, it was always an intention that you all would grow up in the church. And not just in the church, but that you would grow up learning about faith, learning about the Bible, learning to be good Christian men of good character and integrity. And we talked about the Bible at home, but we also took you to church to get additional instruction. And on Sundays, we worship the Lord. And maybe there's some discipleship that's happening. But on Wednesday night, it was definitely discipleship because you went for Bible study and fellowship. You often ate at church too, right?
Yeah.
With your friends and y'all played outside.
Yes.
That's fellowship.
Yes.
Okay. And then you have to serve the Lord. So there was usher practice and there was choir practice. So it was just a whole rounding of your Christian formation. There was worship, there was evangelism. We sometimes went out into the community to do things. There was discipleship, there was fellowship. And it was all to create, well-rounded human beings. Do you not feel well-rounded?
I surely do. I feel like I experienced a lot of different experiences than a lot of other people as well, because it is not very common for people to grow up in the church, which I didn't understand that until going out into the real world. And I'm like, oh, okay, you don't have that kind of thinking that I just was always, that's what I always knew. So right. I just didn't understand.
Now my question to you, are you going to raise your children in the church?
Absolutely. I think it's a great idea for everybody to grow up inside the church. I mean, where else you going to be if you're not in the church?
Exactly. You're going to be out in the world.
Exactly.
Learning from the world, taking in the world standards? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Plus, that's how I was raised. And, I feel like it was effective. So here we are.
So, well, that was our faith segment. Faith segment
Brandon.
Question of the day, week. So now we move on to our next segment, which will be our story time segment. So I don't have the story this week. She has the story. So I'm going to let you go ahead and tell us about the story.
So this happened, first of all, let me preface this with, this was weeks ago, okay? Weeks ago, like Christmas time, weeks ago. We were in Target and...
oh, yeah, I keep forgetting that's what you're talking about. Okay, my fault.
We were in Target, and for Christmas, we got an espresso machine. And I saw that Target had whole beans on sale, 2 bags for $6.99. So I bought the beans, right? And so then we went back to Target to get more beans because that's a good price. 2 bags for like $6.99 per bag, right? So we got to the section where the beans were. The sign was still there. So we got the beans. We got to the register, however, and the beans rang up $7.49. And so I called the little young man over and I said...
No, you're missing key points. So therefore, it wasn't just us at the store together. It was us and my father. So my father is very, very well, like he's very familiar with how my mother works. And so I'm sitting here, I'm just watching him. Like I'm just looking around, just watching, thinking it's going to be a normal... what's it called? Grocery checkout, and we just swiped it. And then I guess he must have seen that it said $7.49 because he seen my mom just like stop a little bit, and he just look over, he look in, lean, and he go, oh. And just start walking away. He said, all right, bro. He leaves off, both of us just start walking away. I don't know where he went. He just started walking away. I'm like, Dad, where you going? I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I think that is a very important part in the rest of your story.
Okay, continue. If you feel like that was important to
That
share.
was important because he just left. Like I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But go ahead. He left.
He did. He walked away. And so I called the young man over and I said, hello, these bags.
Okay, wait, hold on now. Hello, that's dragging it. All right. But go ahead.
Can I tell my story?
My fault.
Okay. I said, these beans said $6.99. And he said, oh, did you put in your phone number? I said, oh, yes, I put in my phone number. And he said, I'm not sure, but they're ringing up $7.49. And I said, right. But the sign said $6.99. And then another lady comes up, he helps her, and then he turns back to me and he's looking at me like, did you still need my help?
Yeah, because you talking about 25 cents. How much that is?
That's 50 cents a bag. And so he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. And so I said to him, you need me to go take a picture of the sign?
He like, ma'am, it's 50 cents.
It's my 50 cents.
And by this time, once I realized that's what was going on, I started to understand my father. I started to see that, oh, okay, he's been here before. He already knew she was finna act a fool. So that's why he just
act a fool.
But he knew you wasn't leaving. She wasn't going for no other answer other than him going there
$6.99
and changing that 50 cents down to $6.99
per bag.
Which I mean, me personally, I would have just gone ahead and swiped my card.
And that's why you broke.
That is, because you know what I'm saying? If I say no pickles on my burger, you bring me a burger with pickles on it, I'm going to eat it.
Okay,
so,
guess what I'm not going to do?
Yeah, that's her. So he already knew she was going to act up. So
I didn't act up. I just stared at the young man until he was like, oh, she wants me to change the price. So he changes the price and I left with my dollar intact because the whole point of going there was to get the $6.99 bag, not a $7.49 bag of coffee, a $6.99 bag of coffee beans.
Yeah.
And I just want to understand why you don't value your money.
See, it's not even about valuing my money. It's about valuing my time. Like, I'm not finna sit here and I'm not finna argue with this man over 50 cents.
I didn't argue.
Like, I'm not finna, he helped a whole nother customer in between helping you because he knew you was tripping. He like, oh my God, she tripping, dog. Like, 50 cents.
And then you being all overly thankful. Thank you.
Because I know he's stressed. He's just like his shift almost over, but she ain't here arguing about 50
per bag. It's $1. You keep saying 50 cents. It was 2 bags. It was $1.
Yeah, no, that was crazy to me, but that was a great story.
I just hope that you learned a valuable lesson through this experience.
Yeah, I learned something. Next time my dad leaves, I'm following him because he taught me a valuable lesson.
Your younger brother would never leave me.
You're right. He would have been standing there next to him like I was, confused, looking like,
No, he knew
here
what
we
time
go.
it was. As soon as I said something about the price, he's sitting over there. He's like, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Right. So now we move on to our third segment, which is our random segment of the week. Each week will be a different subject.
How's it a segment if it's random?
It's a random segment. Like each week.
Oh, you're gonna rotate different stuff in? Well, what's the
Can she
options?
let me cook before she even gets it? Like, dang, dude. My fault. So basically our random segment of the week will be about a different subject. And this week we will be talking about the Beast Games.
Oh.
So basically,
Spoilers or no spoilers?
No spoilers. We're not gonna spoil for you guys. We're just gonna talk about more generalities. I don't know what.
How are we gonna talk? I like how you keep trying to put these words in that you don't use in your regular vernacular.
Yeah, vernacular is once another word that I do not know what the meaning of. But so now that
He has a whole college degree.
why you gotta do that? Why you gotta do that in communication? But now that we have finished Mr. Beast Games,
Yes.
what are your overall thoughts on the show without spoiling it? Like, say if somebody hasn't seen the show.
Okay, I would definitely recommend people watch the show because it was highly entertaining. It was addictive. And each week we wanted to see what happened. Like the editing on it was great. The special effects, because I've watched so many YouTube videos talking about how they put it together. The special effects are spectacular. The storyline is great. The games are like intense. And the ultimate outcome is just literally my jaw dropped.
Yeah.
So I would say watch it.
Yeah.
And also prepare to be upset because there are several moments where you will be very upset about what's happening on the screen.
Yeah, they was on there tripping, but it was a lot of like, ooh, if I was in their shoes, I would do this. That's how I felt like the whole
Anytime
time.
it's Mr. Beast, so you know he's gonna offer a bribe. He comes in, he's like, if you want to drop out of this game, I'll give you 50 cents. And this one's like, me, I'm out.
And your whole row is done. They would have been mad at me, dog.
He's like, shoot, $10,000, I'm out. And then right after that, they would offer like 100,000, and he's like, man.
I'd been gone. I'd been gone. I'd have never known
Yeah, anyway, I would say watch it. We watched it all together.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was fun.
Yeah, I liked it. So now that we talked about the show, so we both worked in behind the scenes before in like big productions. What has been the most impressive part of watching like the overall production of the like behind the scenes? Because for me personally, I think it was just like they have so much footage that they have to go through, and like for them to find all the best stuff and all, because I heard it was just like hours among hours.
Each one of those contestants had their own camera, and it was 1,000 contestants.
Yeah. Nah, that is a lot of film that they went through, and I already know that it was a lot of people on that. And I was just impressed by it all. It was a lot. That was just a big production that, surprisingly, they did really well. So
Yeah, they put it together really well. He said it was over budget, and I'm like, obviously.
Yeah, way over budget. Yes. Way over budget.
So this is where we should say, if you watch Beast Games, tell us in the comments how you felt about it.
All right, I'm never doing that
Making
again. All right, so now for our final and the most interesting segment, we have the sports segment.
Okay, so do I get to ask you the questions?
No.
Why would I talk about sports?
Because the people want to know what you think about
No, I
this.
don't have thoughts about sports.
Yes, you do, mother.
Okay.
Watch. So the Dallas Mavericks have agreed to trade star point guard Luka Doncic to the
I feel like you did not say that right.
Doncic? Yes.
Doncic?
Yes, he's not. He's from Serbia.
I know that.
So
Wait,
it's
is
not.
he
It's
actually
not,
from Serbia?
Yes. Mom. Your question, okay, this is like my most knowledgeable subject. But yes.
We have our fact checker on
Luka
his job
Doncic
over there.
is from Serbia. And he could have did this in the other tab too.
Go ahead. Where's he from?
Where does that say?
Is it Slovenia? I knew you were wrong.
Okay, it started with an S. It starts with an S.
To make it the same.
It starts with an S.
I knew it was wrong.
Put it on the screen, man. Next time. Oh my goodness. All right, so
okay, back to your sports aficionado.
Yeah, I'm sitting here talking about I know what I'm talking about. Like, my bad.
Wait, we have to pause because Brandon always tells me that I think I'm right about everything.
Because she does. Like, she will not know anything what she's talking about. Like, I'll go in there, I'll be like
where Luka Doncic just wrong.
But she didn't even know where. She didn't even know, but she knew I was wrong. Like, that's what I be talking about. That is what I be talking about. Like, just already assuming that I'm wrong. Like, why she can't assume that I'm right?
Because you were wrong.
Like, you feel me? Like, she just assumed that I'm wrong all the time. That's what make me double.
No, it's my inner knower. I just knew that you said that with so much authority that it had to be wrong.
Who has an inner knower? Like,
everybody.
Like, come on, dude. It gets to a point. It really gets to a point. So, back to my question. All right, my fault. I'm sorry. Back to my question. So, the Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers for center, Anthony Davis. So, a point guard got traded for a center. Mm-hmm. Who do you feel like won that trade? So, the Dallas Mavericks, we do live in Dallas. I don't know if we can tell y'all that. But, yes. So, the Dallas Mavericks, that is the team that you support. They lost their best player to the Los Angeles Lakers. Who do you feel like won that trade? Do you know who Anthony Davis is?
No, I don't have any idea.
Unibrow.
Okay. He's like Bert from Ernie and Bert. I have no idea who this.
Mom, nobody knows your old people references.
Oh, you didn't watch Sesame Street? Yes, you did.
Great. Now I'm exposing myself.
Anyway.
All right, go ahead.
I don't know this man, but I trust the owners.
You do?
That they would do what's right for the team. And so here we are.
Oh. Well, I personally think that I think the Mavericks won the trade, honestly.
That's what I said.
But the thing is, like, we traded our best player and they probably traded their second best player.
Well, they weren't going to give us LeBron.
Well, LeBron 40
They could have gave us Bronny though.
All right, we're going to go to the next segment.
Katie, sit down.
Siéntate.
He talks to the dog.
All right, yes,
Spanish.
I do speak Spanish.
He said the dog is bilingual, okay?
Yes. Mano. Yes, just come on. It's your show now. You're in the show. Okay. Let's get down.
All right, that's enough.
All right.
Go sit. Lay down.
Sit, puppy.
Lay down.
All right, we'll ignore him. So, the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City Chiefs 40-22 to win the Super Bowl. What were your thoughts on the game, and how did you like the halftime show?
I'm not talking about the halftime show because I'm not up to date on all of the stuff and all the deeper meanings, and you're not about to get me canceled for not knowing. I listen to the psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. I don't know anything about this debate going on between these two young men, okay?
Right.
All right. Now, to the other part. I really felt bad for Patrick Mahomes. He just looked so sad. Like, I'm just not used to him losing like that. He usually is able to come out there and come back for the win, but this time he just looked so sad and pitiful, and I felt sad for him.
Mama, that's like you feeling bad for Goliath losing to David. He win all the time. He can't lose.
He's trying to three-peat so he could be the winningest next to, what's that guy's name from New England?
Tom Brady.
He's trying to beat Tom Brady's record.
Mom, he don't need to be. This is year 5.
Okay.
He got time.
But he could do it, the youngest to ever do it.
See, no.
He's just so sad. He looks so sad.
I mean, anybody who loses the Super Bowl is going to be sad, though.
I know, but I felt bad that he was so sad. I don't even know the Eagles people like that.
Yes, you do. Maybe.
No.
Jalen Hurts?
I heard that he's a nice young man. He takes care of people and buys stuff.
Okay, never mind.
Like philanthropy.
I don't know.
Okay, like he does. We're going to start word of the day. Okay? Every day you're going to learn a new word.
Philanthropy that's my word today.
Philanthropy is like doing good for other people, like using your money to help someone else. And I hear he does a lot of that. I saw this thing about what he did with his first paycheck. Like he bought He paid for his sister's education. Am I talking about the right guy?
I mean, yeah, he works with a lot of different women.
Oh yeah, his whole team is female. I saw that too.
And the thing is, okay.
This will not be in the final part of the episode. That's for she's. So you pick up from when I said that he paid off his sister's education.
Why you can't leave that in?
Because why would I? Look at your brother.
I'm just keeping it real. Like, this is a place where we keep it real. But I don't know. We gonna pass on that.
Do you like Jalen Hurts?
I think Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback, and I think that if anybody has the opportunity to play with Jalen Hurts, I think that he will be a great teammate to
What's
play
the
with.
running back name?
Saquon Barkley.
Yes, I hear he's a good running back.
He is. He jumped.
Why don't you talk about the sports? I don't care about the sports.
Well, you didn't ask me a question, so.
You wouldn't let me ask the question. I do want to know about an update about your football journey.
What's up? I mean, just working out, just lifting, running, speed, trying to get faster. I don't know what you want me to do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just every day, man. We in there Monday through Saturday, working out.
You got a date for your?
Oh yes, my pro dates will be March 14th. So, in Pittsburgh, Kansas.
That's the date. So
9 a.m.
all of you people out here that are watching Any Given Sunday, if you want to see Any Given Sunday, please pray that he does very well during his pro.
Oh, I get what you're saying. She did that.
I'm learning all those words. That's what's happening.
Whatever words you're talking about. Philanthropy.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Hey, you see how well I can say the word? I can say the word now. Come on now.
What
I
does
can
it
say
mean?
it.
What does it
But
mean?
we ain't got to worry about what it means. Like, what?
You need to know what it means.
I'm not a dictionary.
Because if you get that kind of money,
Okay.
you need to be making sure you're doing some philanthropy.
I'm so glad you say that. Another PSA for my old people out there, man. Another PSA. Like, stop saying, like, we need to know stuff. We don't. The internet.
Yeah.
The internet. We don't, like, I understand y'all didn't have that. I get it. Y'all didn't have the internet. We do. like, we do. So all this stuff that we need to know, like, it's out there.
Okay, but what
out
if
there.
the internet go down?
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Hey, man. Hey,
So the internet never go down. They didn't shut down TikTok.
Mama, is that the whole internet?
It was a part of it. And y'all all was going crazy. Ain't gonna be no more TikTok. Oh my goodness. You might want to learn the meaning of some words without your phone. Word of the day. We're starting today. Also, we are cutting the PSA segment.
Why?
Going forward, there will be no more branded PSA.
No, because that was like, it was another pet peeve of mine. And it's going to be more pet peeves. I don't know what it is, what my pet peeves are until like I hear it. So I heard you say, I don't even remember what you said, but
I said you need to, if you make that kind of money, then you
need to know. First of all, what I need to know is the Lord. After that, my brother.
Throw me off. Don't try to throw me off.
After that, my brother, we good. You feel me?
And guess what he gonna tell you to do? Philanthropy.
Flint. Oh yeah. I gotta spread my money. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lord God bless me with that money.
When he bless you, you be a blessing to somebody else.
Amen. Amen. That's how we gonna end this show today. You wanna do the outro?
All right, well, I'm not sure what you learned today from Any Given Sunday, but I'm glad you tuned in. Brandon, thank you for coming up with our segments for today and leading the discussion.
Yes, of course. She will ask me some sports questions next time, I guess.
Okay, so next time I'm guiding the discussion, so we'll hear more from you.
But like, I feel like we should have like split segments. Like, I should do 2 segments and you should do 2.
Okay.
Let's do that.
We're still developing the game plan for this podcast. But the most fun part is that I get to talk with my son on Any Given Sunday. Yay. And I hope you enjoyed our conversation. If you want to tell us what you thought about Beast Games, what you thought about the Super Bowl halftime show, or Patrick Mahomes losing, Jalen Hurts winning, whatever you want to do, comment in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Like, subscribe, all the things. It helps more people find the show, and it helps us get more views on YouTube. So until next time, We need an outro.
Your mom, I'm son, and this is Any Given.
We're going to work on that. Thanks for tuning in.